Hey, I'm Joshua. I'm a 15-year-old that loves technology and is looking into how we can actually apply technology to solve the world's biggest problems. And for a hackathon a few months ago, I actually looked into just this. So we were looking at some research with my partner about the world's biggest problems and some really cool issues around the world. And of course, for health, we saw, as we all know, as a huge problem, cancer. But cancer is super broad, so we want to actually boil down cancer into a smaller problem that we can actually tackle by ourselves in one day at this hackathon. And we found some really cool stats that we looked at under cancer. But the coolest stat, in a bad way, was that 9% of all pancreatic cancer patients survive. Only 9%. So if you're in a stadium of 114,000 people, only 10,000 of those people would walk out alive. But that's really crazy, because not just that, but also the early detected people, so they knew early on that they had pancreatic cancer, they have a survival rate of 34%. So that means that their chances of survival when they were detected early of their cancer was almost over 3 times over. So that means that by detecting cancer earlier, we can almost triple the survival rate of the patients. That's really awesome. But that's still pretty vague because, how do we actually just detect earlier? I mean, can we make our doctors smarter? Can we make better tools? Well, our group had a different approach. Right now, there's this really cool technology called artificial intelligence. And with artificial intelligence, as you might know, we can teach our computers how to make advanced decisions and classifications completely by themselves. And we applied this to this issue. We found this really cool data set where they measured polymers that went inside the body and their reaction quantitatively within the pancreas. This data mapped to pancreatic cancer patients. So they did all these tests with all these polymers for different pancreatic cancer patients. They also did it for people without pancreatic cancer. So we had this data set of all these pancreatic cancer patients and people without pancreatic cancer and their measurements with these polymers. So we thought, okay, we have this really cool data set. How can we actually use it to rapidly enhance or even 10x enhance the process of diagnosis? Well, we did it through artificial intelligence, as mentioned before, because AI can use data to make some really cool decisions at much higher accuracy than humans can. So we made a neural network, basically this map that would actually work to classify all this data into the core variables, being whether you do or do not have pancreatic cancer. So a neural network, for better terms, is a function approximator, where it can learn over time, purely on a computer, how to classify variables like these polymers and their measurements into actual classifications about whether you do or do not have pancreatic cancer. And we achieved an accuracy rate of over 60%. And this was only on my MacBook Air from 2017, so not a very big supercomputer. On a personal level, we achieved over 60% accuracy of detection of pancreatic cancer. So imagine now if we could rapidly advance technology and go even harder, not just one day of the hackathon. Imagine how much more detection early on we could have of pancreatic cancer, and imagine then if it could save so many lives purely through early diagnosis that was correct, cheap, and purely automated. Doctors are awesome, but imagine if we could achieve much higher accuracy rates, and therefore much higher survival rates purely through computers and neural networks. That's pretty awesome. Thanks for watching. If you want to talk to me afterwards, visit my LinkedIn in the description. I love artificial intelligence and applying it for world problems, and this is only the start of my career. So please reach out to me if you want to talk. Thanks so much for watching.